Good morning, everybody. So just to beginning, let me tell you a short story about La Désirade name, because yesterday we speak about the origin of name and of geosites. So it came from the verb desire, and it dated from the 1493 during the second expedition of Christopher Columbus, after 30 days of sailing across the Atlantic Ocean, and the sailor sees a land, finally. And they say, the desired land. So now it's a French island, and we say La Désirade. I will speak about the Upper Jurassic ophiolitic sequence in La Désirade Island. So it's the oldest witness of back arc spreading ridge of the Eastern Caribbean plates, because it's a French territory, but an overseas territory. And it was very important for us, with the French specialists, to propose geosites in overseas territories, because it's important to promote this kind of island. So I would like to thank, on behalf of my other colleagues, the reviewers who accept this geosite pertaining to the first 100. Okay, so La Désirade, where is it? So France mainland is here. We cross the Atlantic Ocean up to the Lesser Antilles. And after we have a zoom here, we have a Guadeloupe archipelago, another zoom here, the main island here, Basse-Terre. And after, to the east, you have La Désirade Island. It's around 7 kilometer length and 2 kilometer width. It's a very special island compared to the other one. Here you have the active back arc with volcanism and La Soufrière volcano. Here you have a former limestone platform made of coral reef. And here, La Désirade, we will see it's a very special one. Here it's a more detailed geological map of this island. So it's located, it's the easternmost island of the four arc system. So between the subduction of South America plate and Caribbean plate. And you see there is different kind of rocks here. You have the basement made of late Jurassic ophiolitic complex that I will present you more in detail, made of radiolarian chert and also plutonics and volcanics, such as pyrolava. And this unit in green here is trusted by another complex, a late Jurassic acid igneous complex made of volcanic and plutonics. And then all the island is cut by a limestone platform made during the recent times, and especially Pliocene and Pleistocene. And you can see also different tectonics features of different ages. So it's quite recent research and recent discoveries about the different age of the structural features of this island. Okay, here you have a special photo where you can see different things. Red features, it's radiolarian chert layers. And these layers are also associated with pyrolava here. So all the age was found around 145, 150, it's Titonian, Upper Jurassic. And the rocks constitute altogether an ophiolitic complex with red radiolarian chert layers linked to an origin in the Pacific Ocean. It was published at the beginning of the 2000 and deposited during Titonian coevally to outstanding basaltic pyrolava emplacement. So typically a sequence of seafloor spreading ridge. And they represent a part of the exhumed basement of the current Cenozoic to present-day active Lesser Antilles volcanic arc, because the volcanic arc with the current position starts around 55 million years ago. So you have two for arc. You have a former one and the current one where there is the La Soufrière volcano and the other one from the Lesser Antilles. And the interpretation of the ophiolitic complex was quite debated, but now people agree on one model. It's a back arc spreading ridge model. And here you can see also, I put a picture of some radiolaria fossil, which was observed in this layer. What about tectonics? So it's quite recent. It's start of the 2010, 2013, the publication of this paper. And some structural geologists recognize important tectonics like faults and trusts of different ages. So they start to tell a new story about this island. And it's all this structural geology allow to reconstruct the geodynamics evolution of the Caribbean plate, because La Désirade, it's really a key site to understand the former story of this quite young plate. La Désirade Island, so, which recorded the subduction polarity reversal. Here you have two paleogeographic maps. The first one, it's for late Jurassic, so Titonian, when pyrolava and radiolarian were formed. So you have here the Proto-Pacific plate, or the other name is Farallon plate. You have eastward subduction, so below the South America and North America plate, and you have in between the formation of a ridge, which paves the way for the creation of the Caribbean plate. And La Désirade Island is just here, kind of triple point, so very special place. And so now we are lucky because we have the outcrop to study this story. And in Albiam, there is a big change because you have a reversal of the subduction sense. So we go from eastward to westward. And it is recorded in the tectonic features. And also, one other thing very interesting, close to the geosite, you have different levels of terrace, of marine terrace. And it was studied very recently, you see, it's the morning, around 2020. And here you have different maps where you see here the degree of uplift. And what the authors mention is around 1 million years, there is big uplift, around 1 to 2 millimeters per year. And it's probably linked to the subduction of a ridge here that makes the big uplift of La Désirade. And after the majority of ridge goes through and below the plate, the uplift decrease around 0 millimeter per year today. So that's an interesting story also. And they study also the variation of the sea level during the Quaternary period. About the scientific tradition, so pioneering studies date back to the 1960s, and geologists demonstrated La Désirade Island is a crucial element for understanding the Proto-Pacific Caribbean margin and the Caribbean plate geodynamics and the current tectonic setting of the Lesser Antilles arc. There is a lot of scientific papers, quite recent, and this area benefits from a National Natural Reserve label since 2011. So what are the main arguments for the IUGS recognition of the geosite? It's a real open-air laboratory with very good outcrop. We see everything. And we have international geoscientists, American, French, and others, which carried out various research on ophiolitic rocks, so this special series of radiolarian chert and paleolava, and also their deformation very recently. And there is also a lot of work to do again, especially about geochronological events. And this geosite is a must-see for students who have a university in Guadeloupe, and when they make the field trip, this outcrop is mandatory for them. And also the geosite takes part of the French National Inventory of Geoheritage with a national and international interest. So it was scientific studied and recognized by this inventory. Merci, thank you. Muchas gracias.